I've been waiting 90 years for this meeting with you, Doxa.
It's good to see you this week.
You too, buddy. Something that's fresh on my mind, and so I just want to start off the show with it today. I have some beef with a company called Klap, Klap.app, and I was telling you a little bit about this, but so for context, anyone listening, I started this PolyTools channel because I like creator tools, particularly creator tools, but I like knowledge management tools. I like all sorts of tools. It's how I've always been. I always like going down rabbit holes. And so I always found pretty much every repurposing tool on the market soon after they came out, or someone would tell me about them at the very least, like you would, or something like that. And Klap was one of the first Opus clip clones out on the market. And they were actually doing pretty well for a hot second there because Opus was still pretty new. They only had a handful of features. Now they have so much more features. None of these other tools hold a candle. But I try to hold out hope for Klap because it seemed like the developers were trying to do well with it. However, that being said, nothing's really changed with it besides the pricing. And I even saw one of the founders tweeted the other day, like, oh, we haven't bragged about our auto reframe recently. And the picture was of someone's face, like zoomed in so much, half his forehead was cropped out. And I'm like, it's cropped. Why would you brag about it? Like, I called him out, honestly. It was dumb. But my issue with Klap is that I got an email from them like a week and a half ago. And it was some one of their salespeople or whatever. They're like, hey, we saw you had a link for Opus or whatever, or one of the repurposing tools. Maybe it was repurpose.io or something like that. And this post, we want to see if you could do a link for us, 30% affiliation, whatever. And I was, a little tentative because I'm a partner with Opus Clip. I'm pretty proud of being a partner with Opus Clip because they're a great tool. But I'm also pretty agnostic when it comes to tools too, because I want to make sure that if a tool comes out and it's better than Opus, I'll tell you that it's better than Opus. Nothing's done that yet, but at the point, I was like, okay, let me just at least be open to the idea, and maybe we could do some work together, and I can at least compare, because it's about time for me to check out the tool again. And I told them all that, and then I never got a response. And then a few days later, I get another email from one of the people, someone separate, for a CoSchedule. I haven't even looked at CoSchedule in like a decade, but CoSchedule is a really great social media management tool. And I guess they saw that link and was like, hey, can you replace that link with ours or whatever, or put our link in that same post? It was pretty automated, it seemed like, or their CRM is pretty garbage, because I messaged them. I'm like, hey, like, sure, we can work on something, but I already got somebody messaging me. Why are you messaging me too? And I said a lot more politely, but then the first person finally responded through the second email chain. And then right as that happened, I got two more people messaging me from Klap. And I'm pretty sure one or two more people after that had also messaged me. So I had like 5 to 6 email chains with this company, all in a matter of like a week and a half. And I'm like, guys, stop spamming me. And so I replied to them. I messaged one of the founders. And then I got another email today in one of the latest email chains. It's now 3 emails long that I haven't replied to because it was just spam and copy pasted crap. And I'm like, guys, I tweeted at both of the founders on Twitter today. You might have seen it. But I was like, hey, tell your people to stop freaking spamming me, because this is getting like deplorable at this point. Stupid.
So, when are you going to start working with them?
Oh yeah, totally. I would rather go back to like Klap, some other tool like Too Short or something like that than Klap.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times, I could be wrong. Probably they have some terrible automation, or they're outsourcing it to some marketing company
Yeah,
that's doing some kind of automation and they're trash. Yeah, that's annoying though. That's annoying for
I don't
sure.
even think they have that many employees, which means that I think this must be some sort of outsource thing, or
Yeah,
it's some sort of automation, like you're saying. But it's
yeah,
something's really messed up. I know I have a lot of SEO for a lot of my repurposing posts, and that's why they found
yeah.
me. I get that, but can you at least like have the same domain, like have it flagged that like, oh, you already messaged this domain once before or whatever? But it was
Nope,
stupid.
they're too busy. They're too
Yeah.
busy.
So on other news, I got a portable monitor, and I mentioned that I sent you a picture of it. It's pretty cool. I wish I could show you guys right now, but it's plugged in. I actually happen to have a like 6-inch USB-C to USB-C
Yep,
cable, so it's
yep.
plugged in right there. It's perfect. I love it. Power in and video over USB. But it's nice because I needed a secondary screen. When we started the show, I had sold my secondary monitor, and that was dumb. It took up too much space anyways, but I needed something else, and that was too big to have on my desk. So this is nice. That's it.
Now, you need to take a picture of your full setup so people can see it.
Yeah.
Maybe in
Still working on
YouTube
it a little
community
bit though.
stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
community post. That'd be good.
yeah, yeah, I think that would be cool.
I
So
want to still get
when
my
did you get
secondary.
this?
Just the other day off Marketplace, it was like $50 instead of $80 or
You
$100.
in marketplace. You in
Dude, I'm telling you,
marketplace.
I got both of my lights on there. I got, let's see, my microphone arm separately, mind you. I got this keyboard. I got this monitor. I got, let's see, the desk. I got my monitor arm. Like, I got that shelf. I got that monitor right there. Let's
Basically, your
see,
whole room. Your whole
that
room is
bookshelf.
marketplace.
Yeah,
What
my
about
bed
your
frame.
dog's bed? Oh,
No, I got that one from my grandma actually.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Keeping it going. Okay, cool. And the bed frame? Okay, this is
yeah.
ridiculous.
It
This
was
is too
brand new.
much.
It was brand new.
Too much.
$15.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't. I mean, you can't pass
Can't
that
beat
up.
that.
You can't pass
I
that
might get a
up.
new mattress here soon, so I'm gonna have to do it again. But oh well.
Man, $15. That's more
fifteen
less than your
dollars.
energy drinks. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to go with this? I
I
got some
would like
things.
to talk to you about your content because I know you had something going on there, and I would like to talk about my content because I need to get off my ass. I am thinking about live streaming, so maybe we could end on that. And that's
Ooh.
one reason why I bought the portable monitor. But let's go with some of your topics first.
Let's see. Ba, ba,
Oh,
ba, 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 ba.
so shout out to Bum here because this is like a Dr. Pepper flavored energy drink.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It doesn't really taste that
Dr.
much like
Pepper
Dr. Pepper.
energy drink?
It's not like the brand Dr. Pepper, but like a doctor
Yeah.
alternative.
I like it. Okay,
There's a
so
fun video that I want to make at some point, by the way, where I compare all the Dr. Pepper knockoffs.
I like Doc. What is it like? Oh man,
Dr. Thunder, Dr.
that's what it
K.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you watch Review Bro?
No, but I think you brought him up before.
He does all fast food reviews.
Mm.
It's pretty intense. But okay, so why don't you go first? I can go second. You go first about your content, and yeah,
So
let's go
I
there.
haven't been making any like blog posts really for the most part, and videos have been kind of hit or miss. Actually, the last couple of videos I made, one on PolyTools, one on the gaming channel, were just kind of spur of the moment kind of thing.
Hmm.
And I was telling you about this for the last couple months, even before I moved, but especially after I moved, I have not been making hardly any content. I don't know why. I am feeling a lot better now that I moved. There's a lot more sun in this place too. So it's one of those things where like I'm actually getting vitamin D, so I'm not depressed anymore, like seasonal depression. I
Hmm.
just don't get why I don't have the focus. I can't focus on it. Like I'm almost wondering if I should go get Adderall kind of thing because I can't focus. That's how bad it's
Mm.
been. But one thing that's been kind of exciting to me is that this is an interesting kitchen.
I know, I know, I know. Well, I'm in a. You know what? Oh, you would
You're in
love
an
this.
Airbnb.
I'm in an Airbnb. I'm in a tiny home. Hold on.
Oh, I love tiny homes.
Yeah.
That's
So
sick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll send more pictures. But yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all yeah, it's a
I love
tiny
that.
home right here in someone's
I've been
backyard.
wanting to live in a tiny home. I wanted to build a tiny home, like a super high tech one. And then I
Yeah.
got kind of caught onto the idea of like a box truck or like a van
Ooh.
conversion. But tiny homes had always had my heart. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I love this. I was thinking about I'm taking a lot of these ideas. The bed's up on the second floor, the bathroom's right there. I think this is really nice. I'm gonna send you some pictures of the place.
maybe at some
Um
point, if you want, we should do a video on my PolyInnovator channel. Even though it's not necessarily the right fit niche wise, that's probably the
yeah,
only channel I would post something like random on. But we could
yeah.
just talk about downsizing and tiny homes and van conversions, whatever you want on that. Because you and I both
Love it.
keep nerding out about minimalism.
No, 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 I love it. And we yeah, we changed some things at the house.
Mm.
Um I had to go and run and get a book that you were just talking about, like motivation and everything. So keep going. I have something for you. But I
So
really
I
like this.
I think really for the most part, the only thing I can think of that I'm excited about content wise is live streaming, actually. So which is surprising because as you know, I'm not really a big fan of it for the most part, especially with the complexities, because I really feel like if you're gonna live stream, you should multi-stream, but that makes it really difficult. Even streaming and recording and having that set up properly is really hard because you want
Yeah.
to try to sometimes do source record, blah blah blah. I don't want to get on a tangent. But my flatmate just got a Switch 2 and all the Zeldas got, boosted prowess and performance, and I've been wanting to replay Breath of the Wild anyways, and so I'm like, well, what if I just stream, especially since I have many hours during the day? Why don't I just stream for many hours and just get tons and tons of recording done, and then I'm live streaming, but then I can finally repurpose it later on in Opus or whatever, cross clip at least, and find out a way to make a ton of content that way. And that way, reignite the gaming channel too.
Yeah. No, I like it. Um, Also today, okay. I think that's a great idea. I think you can just pick so many things out of that. And yeah, no, you already know how I feel about live streaming. I think it's just getting started. Okay, I have this clip. Have you ever heard
Okay.
this book called Write Useful Books?
No,
It's Write Useful Books. It's from Rob Fitzpatrick.
I recognize
Randomly,
the
I
name.
would like during the pandemic, someone's like, you need to be, he was writing the book in real time and be part of the
Mm,
Slack. And I bought it, and it's basically a modern approach to designing and refining uh, rec- recommendable nonfiction,
mm,
and very super specific. But the way that he talks about writing is the same way I feel about content. And you know this,
mm,
but I really like this quote. The subheading is like, define your schedule, do the work. Now, here's a quote from the book, The War of Art.
mm,
How many pages have I produced? I don't care. Are they any good? I don't even think about that. All that matters is that I put in my time and hit it with all that I've got. That's all that counts. I have to overcome resistance. And
mm.
this is what I really like. And it says, someone once asked Somerset uh, Mayhem. I've said that last name. I butchered it. But it says, if he wrote on a schedule or when he was struck with inspiration. He says, I write only when inspiration strikes, he replied. Fortunately, it strikes every morning at 9 o'clock sharp. And I
Mm.
was like, you know what? That's in to your point, like live streaming or like content. Like, I think it's just like whatever that activity is, like do it. And in the book, they were just saying like some people have to have a desk and do it. Some have to be in their favorite spot, like go in the backyard, whatever gives you energy to just get that momentum.
Mm.
Um, I think that's really good. And I almost think too, because you're always sending me stuff, which I delete.
Oh,
But
you don't even look at it?
no, no, I'm
Oh,
going to talk to you about Twitter actually, and what you just
okay.
sent me. First of all, you sent me TikTok links, and you know I don't have TikTok on my phone. Number one, you do
I thought
this on
about that.
purpose. You did that on
I did
purpose.
think about
But
that. Yeah.
but also, I think almost like that form of react of like, this is what I found, this is what I think about it, like really
Mm,
quick, because you're always having links. I'm like, man, I would love to see like a 30 to 90 second, like, this is why I like this, or this is
mm.
what I just discovered, this is my take on it. I
So you
think
gotta get on Instagram
because
so I can actually send you a video or voice memo.
yeah, that would be great. That would be great.
So we
um
need to switch off of Twitter and text and only do like
well,
Discord or Instagram.
yeah, and bro, listen. So I'm not sure if I told you this. I'm sending this all because of security for X-ray. Um, I guess my Twitter got hacked last week
Ah,
or something, and I did you see the messages I was getting, the threats and
no,
everything? Oh, it was
no.
crazy. So I got to send it in security because people like were messaging X-Ray and saying that I was scamming, like for like a soul. Like
Oh
I
my
was dropping a
god.
coin, and like people were like, "I've lost so much money," like here, and it was like racial slurs. It was crazy. This is another thing why I like talking about the technology of Web3. I do not talk about anything crypto because crypto bros are crazy. People go crazy for that stuff. But yeah, I digress. That's what happened last week.
I'm really sorry. Did you get your account back?
I got my account back. Listen, someone said that I was. So this is the thing. So the simple answer is yes. I changed all my passwords and everything. But basically, someone spun up the account X-Ray that I work with. They made another account that looked just like it. You know how they do it. They have a handle
Mm.
that's very close. They just started
Happens a lot of
reposting.
TikTok. Yeah.
Then they tagged me in it, and they were like, "Oh, like Doc's going to go live with all this." I didn't know any of this. I was at the conference last week, and then somehow they went live, and it was, you know how it's like a wallet, you know how people do like post their
The keys.
fraudulent wallets, like that was the title. And like I got a couple messages, but before it even went live, tons of people were messaging me like, "Oh, you've been hacked." And so like the timing doesn't make sense. Like they
Mm.
obviously this was a scam and it was multi like accounts. But simple answer is, I said I was hacked. I deleted all those things, and then people in the comments like, the FBI is going to get you, like all this stuff,
Oh my
like
god.
just craziness. But obviously it was just a scam. And on top of this, I'm not sure if I told you this. I live stream and I brought someone up on the stage, and this is the last time I'll ever do this. But then he was just a terrible human being, but he was
Oh,
really combative. And then he just like for 3 weeks, he just kept messaging me and threatening, like, I'm gonna get you. Very weird. Never really thought. I didn't even look at the messages afterwards. I just put it in spam. But then all this happened. So yeah, that happened randomly last week.
yeah. If someone came on the live stream, I'd be like, "Nope, you're gone. You're bye."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And
um,
so, and I used
that's
this is the
weird.
last time I'll ever do this. It was a StreamYard link, and he took the
Mm,
StreamYard link and then put it in his Discord. So all these people were trying to get in on the stage, but of course I'm not going to let them on stage. So we
yeah,
just ended it. But it was a lesson learned that I just don't trust. I don't trust people. It was just
no,
really weird. Yeah.
you don't trust me either. No.
No, no, no. That's why this is it. This is it. But this is
So
a small tangent. Keep going. Keep
yeah,
going.
no, you're good. I don't really know what else I was gonna say to a prior conversation, but I had some other stuff I wanted to share with you here. So first off, Obsidian, I've been sharing this with you a little bit. Obsidian
Yep.
now has bases, and I don't have the Catalyst accounts. I don't have access to this yet. But from what I can tell, from some of the videos I've been watching from some of the creators, it does look really interesting. It might even replace no code DB for me. I really
Ooh.
been getting like more and more into this idea of want everything all in one place. I know that
Mm-hmm.
people have talked about that in the past. When it comes to PKM, there's no tool in the market that can do it all. If you want a good calendar, you're not going to get good task management or good project management or something like that. You can't really have all of it. You can't have note taking, calendar, tasks, and project management all in one place. However, I think that Obsidian's getting to the point now where you can. And it even has AI stuff too, which I still need to mess with more. But it could even have AI, because now AI has become a new node that you kind of want in all these different moving pieces. And I'm not a big fan of Cortex. I'm not a big fan of, I mean, standard AI is kind of cool, but really, for the most part, these different tools just aren't really that interesting. There's also a new one, maybe I should try to pull up, called Fluent Frame, that I just talked to the founder the other day. Here we go. And you might like this one. It kind of reminds me of Taja, maybe, or something like that, or Video Tap.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, they were showing me some stuff like we could have different newsletters and different like YouTube descriptions and tags and titles and timestamps. Oh my god, getting a good timestamp tool still seems to be
I
really
know, right?
frustrating. And from what they showed me, like I was kind of impressed with some of the written content. Like I literally just had a meeting with a guy like a day or two ago. I'm not like super keen on the mid form clips. I think that like even Opus is still needs to get off their butt and get better at the mid form clips. Like I love them, but they've been kind of neglecting that particular feature. The shorts weren't anything to write home about, but when it came to like I think even the AI ideas was kind of interesting, the SEO stuff, the blog stuff, and then I saw some social media posts that were kind of like I'm probably wouldn't use them for LinkedIn, but they have that feature, which is nice. Kind of reminds me of Recast Studio too in a way. But yeah, just wanted to shout that out. But I'm
Did you put it
excited
in
for
the
Obsidian
chat?
bases. Yeah, let me open this back up so I don't forget. And then
Are you
finally,
doing? Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been trying to figure out a way to like set up a live streaming studio, but in my living room. I
Hmm.
don't like having. I wouldn't mind having it here, but I would like to have it as a separate space from my normal recording space. Particularly because it's not my switch. I can't bring the switch into here and have my capture card set up right here, right? And so I figured if I can't bring the Switch into here, at least not without causing issues with my roommate, I can at least bring my
Mm-hmm.
streaming setup out there. Now, I do have that little green mini PC that might work. The problem is with that, I need to make videos about the operating system and performance before I can really mess with that. It's like I don't want to put anything on there until I've done my testing. And speaking of mini PCs, I'm gonna have to send my main computer back to the company that made both of these because I've been having issues with the fan and performance and just like overheating in a way. Like the fan will just start going full blast as soon as I start Windows. And it's like, why? Nothing. I even turned off all the startup programs and stuff like that, even the ones I use. And then I'll have like a few tabs open. Like even right now, it's pretty loud. And it's like I have 6 tabs open. It's not that big of a deal. I have like 64 gigs of RAM. It should not be running this hot. But for some reason, it's been having issues, so I'm going to be sending it in. But that means I'm also going to be without my main computer for a while.
Are they doing a free repair because of this? Do you have a warranty?
I mean, it's not really. I don't have to pay for it. I had to pay for shipping though, which is going to be annoying.
Okay.
But I'm not sure exactly what's going on. They sent me the address. I was like, yeah, it's probably best for you to send it back. And then I'm also figuring out what to do with the external graphics card they sent me as well, because I haven't really made enough content on there. And I felt like if they want to send it to another creator, that's fine too. I don't know. I don't know what they want me to do with it. So I sent a reply like, hey, how do you want me to handle this? Should I take out my SSD so I have my data? Should I send everything? Should I send the graphics card too? Like, what do you want me to do? They haven't got back to me yet for that one, but I'll see.
Good times. Good times.
But at least they are willing to help fix it and whatnot. Either they're going to fix this one or send me a different one. I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Because I already replaced the fan in there. They sent me a replacement fan and it's still messed up.
How long was that?
You're good. So overall, I am excited for that live streaming. I think that like what's really kind of piquing my interest too is setting up that living room streaming situation. Oh. It's been a while since I showed you this, and I don't think there's enough USB controllers to really handle it. But I really thought it'd be funny if I chose this to be my streaming PC.
Ooh, what is that?
It's I've shown this to you a couple times now, but this is the Intel Compute Stick. I think the M3 version.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And man, it's interesting. I put Linux on there too, so it performs a little bit better now. But it's a tiny little mini PC, and I bought it or actually I traded for it on Marketplace. And then, because you know me in the Marketplace.
Always.
But it takes up so little space. Like this is about the size as my actual main computer, which is already small, and yet I have the full setup in here, the cables and power brick and everything in this tiny little case. And it's like I'm actually trying to find a smaller case because it doesn't actually use up all the space in here. But imagine like using something like that. When I was actually in DC last year, I should have brought this with me. I didn't have a computer to work on stuff. I had my tablet, and I needed to have an actual computer, and I was kind of dumb for not bringing something. And this would have taken up no space.
Yeah. And did you do a video on that one too?
Yeah, actually, I made a quick little overview video about it on the PolyTools channel. In fact, I think really that one, and then I made a video about my mini PC, maybe some other tech product. Like, I don't know what it was. But those tech videos seem to be doing better than a lot of my creator videos or podcasts and stuff like that. And that's fine. Like, I'm going to make a plethora of different kinds of content on this channel. I don't care about how anything particularly performs because I know that at some point it's either going to help me in some way. I'm either going to make clips from this and perform well that way, or I'm going to have a video that pops off later on. Regardless, I just need to get this stuff out there. I have a ton of videos I want to get out there. So I'm pretty agnostic about that.
That is really good.
Yeah, you and I both, I feel like, have a pretty good mentality when it comes to performance and growth.
Yeah.
You're a lot more number centric, but you're a lot more number centric. But I think for the most part, you and I both have this like very lighthearted approach to content creation. Like, hey, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Are you dead? Are you dying? Coughing, sneezing, sharding?
All of those. Give me a second.
Yeah, he's sharding, guys. Well, I got this new Tom Talk. I have this new Tom Talk sling bag. It's been pretty cool. I wanted to use it in order. I think we talked about it actually already on the show, but I wanted to use it to carry my, tablet to go do stuff at the coffee shop or something like that. Other than that, I don't have anything else to tell you. I would definitely say this tastes good. It does not taste like Dr. Pepper, or even like a Dr. Pepper alternative. It just kind of has a very light seltzery taste. I don't have anything else to say, Doc, so I don't know what you're trying to do there, bud. But
fine. Look at this. You just look at this. Put the cables down. I don't know what that was. I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
Well, first off, I literally just brought it up and said what it was 2 seconds ago. So thanks for paying attention, sir.
You know what?
So I like giving you crap. This is a capture card. This is the capture card I got from Target, and it's actually kind of good. I was kind of surprised at the quality. It even has like little aux ports in the front, which I think is really important, especially when it comes to like being able to hear your audio while you're playing a game, compared to some of my other capture cards.
Yeah.
I got the Cam Link, haven't really
I
used
like
it
it.
much, but it's just good for travel. And then I got this Mira Box 4K pass through one that works really well until you jiggle the cable at all, and then it completely stops.
Not bad. Not bad.
Sir, what are
Okay.
you trying to say?
I have a few things, and then
Then
now
we'll wrap
there,
up.
yeah. Okay, so this is what's happening. So I'm in Boise. I'm at Craft and Commerce. I'm gonna probably talk to the other doc at Ecamm. Let's see what happens.
I
I
told him
saw
that you
that
were going to be
message.
there. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. I think we've met once before, maybe at Vid Summit or something.
Mm.
I think
There was
we've
someone else
passed
I was
each other
talking to on
years.
LinkedIn too. It might have been like Jay Klaus or something like that. I don't remember. And I was like, "Oh yeah, you should say hi to Doc while you're there." And he's like, "I
Oh,
did."
it's Justin. I bet you said
Justin,
it to
Justin, Justin,
Justin.
Justin Moore. Yeah, yeah.
So
It was a
I
J
saw
name.
him.
That's all I remember.
Yeah, I saw him last week. Okay, so this is what happened. The Mighty event last week was really good. We'll see what happens. I'm seeing if we're in negotiation. We're going to see what happens. I might work with him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. It was an interesting team, but especially in this ecosystem, there's a lot of people like, I'll just say this. If you've been in this space and there's a lot of OGs like around, you'll see like, I'm not sure. Do you know who Mariah Cause is? She used to be really big on Teachable. I'm talking about like 2013, 2012,
Mm.
all of those. The reason I say that is a lot of people that were like creators on Teachable when it first came out and all these things, the teams that used to work with them are now like working at all these startups. So a lot of her consultants are now working at Mighty. Like, so it's a lot
Mm.
of like connect. Daryl, who now is his agency got acquired by Mighty, he used to work with Matt, who used to work at ConvertKit. So like it's this syndicate of all
Hmm.
the people that used to work together. It's pretty interesting.
I would love to get all of them on a video,
Yeah, it's really interesting. And so
like
I say
together.
that it's coming first full circle that I'm potentially working with a lot of sponsors, but it's like building the relationships years later and the consistency and showing that what my brand is and in general.
Mm.
So Mighty had an event that was interesting. That gives you, okay, I'm just gonna, this sounds like a rant, but this is what I discovered. These are the two book ideas that I'm having to create. The first book title is called The Fastest Way to Make 10K Online That's Legal,
Hmm.
or the second book is How to Fire Your Assistant and Make a Robot That Loves You. Those are different topics, very different sectors, but the reason I say that is,
Both really good for you though.
yeah, and
Like
I
right off the
think,
bat, I can tell.
yeah, I think it'll be good. And the reason I say that is it doesn't matter the size of the creator. They want to know that a creator has a vision and is consistent and won't ghost them when they give them money. Like it does not matter about the subscriber count, followers, and Justin Moore from his sponsor games and his book Sponsor Magnet. Before I was like, no, they care about the numbers. No, it's like if you can understand their marketing goals and you're showing that you're a real human, that you care
Mm.
about what you put out, they can work with that. But if you're like, I have this many subscribers or I'm going to do this, like that is just the tip of the iceberg. And if you can figure out understanding your numbers for your subscribers, you understand deep analytics, most social media managers don't even understand that stuff.
Yeah.
Like they don't. CMOs do. So it's been a learning and it's been very refreshing. And we'll see what happens the next couple of weeks with some of these brands that I'm talking with.
But those two books seem like something that you would write both of them at some point. It does seem to me like the second one piqued my interest a little bit more as a fan of you, so that might be worth checking out, just considering the climate right now in the tech world.
Exactly. Well, thank you. And yeah, it's from that Write Useful Books. Like, how can you do that? And I think a lot of times, uh, this is my third conference in 3 weeks. I do not
Hmm.
plan on. Okay, well, I got to go to Vegas next month, but after that, I'm not traveling a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I am
Got to
staying
come to
put.
Vid Summit and Podcast Movement, bud.
Okay, if it's
Those are
something,
like,
yes.
yeah, Podcast Movement. I think you should do Podcast Movement. Because
Maybe.
even if you, I think you'd be surprised how much you would fit in there, ironically, even though you don't really do podcasting much.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna write
So
that down though. But I'll
also,
stop.
you should make a vlog in that tiny house, just like showing everything on your main channel. Like, just let it be a fun video. Doesn't matter about the metrics. Doesn't matter about throwing off anything. Just like make that video. It'd be fun. Or do it on Instagram or TikTok.
I'm gonna do it. I will. All right, man. What else you got before we wrap up?
That means you're not gonna do it.
No, just for that, because
when you say it 3 times in a row like that, that means you're not gonna do it. You said that same thing about shorts months ago.
I have. I've been doing shorts. It's once a week. You know what? Just like that, you're gonna. I can't stand you.
And we leave on that note, sir. Oh, that was the wrong one.